Now, a report on education funding in Nairobi County has revealed that Nairobi County has not considered education for students and vocational schools. Students from poor families don't get sufficient funding because the Auditor General and also the Budget Controller's report has shown that a larger part of the budget is directed to salaries rather than development.
The truth of the matter is, we are supposed to be getting 16% of the funding from Nairobi County to education. But as it is right now, only 7% comes in. And like Director Leonard say, even that 7% does not reach the targeted groups. And so we've got a big gap. 9% of the Nairobi City County Nairobi government budget translates into millions, hundreds of millions of shillings, which is supposed to come, but it's not come. But again, it's not the mistake of Nairobi County. We just have less money coming in through the national government, and consequently less money going to the county government, and therefore wanajiuliza tutapeana hii kwa mashule ama tutalipa mishahara. And so for one reason or the other, we've got that discrepancy. The consequence of this is that already we had a very disadvantaged people living with disability group and women into the VTCs.
As an institution, we have noted that the current governor, when looking at the manifesto of the governor of Nairobi, His Excellency Sakaja, he has been very clear about the place of youth in the development of Nairobi. His manifesto speaks about modeling and equipping vocational training centers for them to be skill hubs. The same manifesto speaks about training trainees in these institutions to be able to align to the job market and opportunities therein. His manifesto also speaks about adequately funding vocational training centers and equipping them with modern equipment. Therefore, as an institution, we felt it's important to give the current governor a baseline of the current status of the VTCs that he's coming to work in.
Centers. Another challenge that we face is a perception of the community. They don't look at this as good institutions. They look at them as where failures go. Those who are unable to pass Standard 8, those who are unable to pass Form 4, they are the ones who are supposed to go to what? To these vocational training centers. And we are doing a lot to change this perception.
So from our report, we have found out that infrastructure is very poor in our facilities. From the report shared by the county, we can see that the absorption of the development budget has not been absorbed well. This means that correlates with the poor infrastructure we are seeing in our facilities.
The other challenge that we also have is our VTCs they are not in a good state. They are dilapidated. They are not. They need to be renovated. So that's another, and which makes them not attractive to our young people that come to what? To our vocational training centers. Another challenge is inadequate tools and the modern ones. We get it at the tools that we are using are they are not modern tools. So, but we have a plan, the county government, we have a plan of buying modern tools for our vocational training.
Ni Ode Francis.
It's inadequate staff. That's a major challenge that we are facing in the county. We have, since the evolution, I think you know when we started this, around 2012, that's when we were developed with the county government. You know, vocational training used to be under the national government. But with the coming in of the new constitution, the vocational training department was devolved to the county government. Since then, the county has not employed staff. And the staff, some have been retiring, and some have been what? Some have been going for greener pastures. So that's a major problem we are having.
How are we giving the youth an opportunity to actually make use of vocational training centers? As National Taxpayers Association, we have undertaken a similar studies in Vihiga, Kisumu, and Nairobi. And we were with this study trying to encourage cross-county learning. So we borrowed and saw that from Vihiga, that county has a capitation fund of 15,000 per student being given. This is not so in Nairobi County. And we see that this has affected retention and transition of students in our VTCs.
I'm telling you, it's not easy to get people who can work. And that's why most employers, yours truly included, I would prefer somebody who does not have good papers but who can work than have somebody who has extremely good papers who can't work.
Give a humble request that when here all of us